I'm teaching in an elementary school. The pressure's on. There's going to be a crash course going on. Why? Because a major state test for math is coming. So the math advisor helps the teachers. She is the math curriculum instructor and all that blah, 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 blah. So her method of teaching is to put out an equation such as, oh, by the way, this is for fourth graders, such as 25 divided by what number, let's use n, equals 5. 25 divided by n equals 5. And most of the kids go, oh my God, what is this? I think it's calculus or something, or geometry. I don't know what this is. I can't do this. And I say to her, that's the academic advisor, they can't do this because they don't know their multiplication tables by heart like we did. And she says, well, they can't use the back of the book. I know it's in there, but they won't be able to use that on the test. So they're gonna have to figure it out with their fingers or something. And I said, well, they don't know how to do this, so maybe we can use some basics to get them understanding. And she goes, no, this is like a pretest. I just want them to know. I just want to know what they know and what they don't know, so I can go back and drill them on that. But the kids are like crying and headaching and trying to get out of class. Now I gotta go to the nursery, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the kids don't know that division and multiplication is the reverse. If they just knew that 5 times 5 equals 25, they would know that 5 divided by 5 is 5. But they don't want to deal with it like that because the test is coming. And as long as they do a little bit better on the test than last time, then we keep our jobs. That's the culture of most of the schools that I have taught in. It's horrible. And for you to say something back makes you a mark. You get on the blacklist. And then they start just dumping stuff on you and treating you any old way, like you don't have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree or accreditation, certification, when you do. So these are the type of things that go on in these schools while they teach to the test. And parents, I ask your children from 3rd grade up to about 8th, this question. I want you to ask them. And if they don't know it, that means you got to help your children a little bit more. One question: if you're on the beach on the East Coast of America, from Maine to Florida, what ocean are you at? They don't know. They'll say the beach, the ocean, I think I know, specific. They're like, yo, they don't know. Most of them can't spell the town they live in if they know what town they live in. Like, it might sound crazy. The street and the town they live in, that's another story. But they don't know the Pacific Ocean. They don't know the Atlantic Ocean. They definitely don't know the Gulf of Mexico, America. They don't know. I'm out here and it's about to thunder. Ooh, that means I'm talking truth. I am talking truth. So, and another time in 4th grade, I said the word spice, and no student out of 30 students knew what spice was. What spice? I had to tell them what spice was that you put on your food to accentuate the flavor of the food for your palate. And they didn't know how to spell it, of course. And they want to help me in the mornings to put the date up on the board. But then it's like, how do you spell Wednesday? How do you spell January? How do you spell Thursday? How do you spell September? Oh my God. Are you helping me? Because you're supposed to do that while I do something else. Sorry, have a seat. Parents, when kids don't know the days of the week, don't blame it on the teachers. I mean, read to them, do something at home. Give them 30 minutes at home of your time, please. You got 30 minutes on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and all that. 30 minutes for your child. Because this is bad. And of course, they can't tell time with clocks, but you can say, oh, it's all digital clocks now. It's not all digital clocks. It's still something they should know. But they should definitely know their multiplication tables as we knew them by heart when we was growing up. And I still know them from back then. And we learned how to type too. Like I still got that memorized, my keys, my home row keys, and return. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is the state of education. These are just the basics. Just wanting you to know, if you're getting ready to get in this field, just know there's a lot of politics that's unnecessary for teachers. Like, let the teacher teach. We're grown, we're experienced, we're accredited. Why don't you let us teach? Teaching to that test is not working. Kids don't understand anything. And then they give kids candy before the test. They even had like pump up the jams before at one of the schools I was at. The kids pump up the jam and give them candy and let them dance to a video to get them excited before the test. They give them candy and mint at the test to keep them awake. So they're coming around with the cart to give the papers and the pencil out for the test. And then they have candy on the cart too, peppermint. So the kids are like looking at the peppermint. They're not thinking about the test, they're thinking about the candy. Ooh, Mr. O, the hip hop teacher, yo. And now you know, gotta go. Peace.